to DBS Lunchtime News. In the headlines, over 22 families in Belleville-Chopin will receive keys to new hurricane-resilient homes this afternoon. In news from the region, Antigua's Prime Minister urges U.S. to resolve differences with Venezuela using diplomacy. And internationally, Bangladesh's ousted leader Sheikh Hasina sentenced to death. These are the headlines for our Lunchtime News package. The details to follow.
Are you worried about how you're going to get to your next destination or important appointment, special event, a new date, but you are stranded? No ride, no bus, nowhere, and look, rain falling. What would you do? Look no further than Carlton Phillip Bonus Rental. Tansa, whatever your destination or translation or transactions, be it personal, business, leisure, pleasure, sightseeing, adventures, weddings, and family vacations, whatever satisfies your personal driving needs in Dominica, think Bonus Rental from Carlton Phillip Fonkole. Top of the line customer service, unbeatable prices, helpful and friendly staff. Renting a bonus vehicle has never been easier. It's all full service. And look, we've got your rental keys already at hand. Carlton Phillips, so prepare for memories that will last a lifetime. So go choose your bonus, get your bonus, rent your bonus, drive your bonus from Carlton Phillips Motor Pool of Fonkole. Now it's your bonus. Go drive safely in your bonus.
You've worked hard to build your dream home. Now it's time to protect it with ICWI's A-Plus Homeowners Policy. From hurricane damage to unexpected losses, we've got you covered with the best homeowners protection in the region. Protect your most valuable asset with coverage for what matters most when it matters the most. ICWI, we know insurance. You know you're protected. ICWI, serving you is all we do. Visit ICWI.com or call 767-440-4294. Visit us on 13 Castle Street in Roseau and on the corner of Harbour Lane and Holland Street, Portsmouth, or any of our agents.
DBS News.
Welcome back. Over 22 new hurricane-resilient homes developed under the Housing Recovery Project will be handed over to families. The handing over ceremony is set to take place this afternoon at Belleville-Chopin from 3 p.m. Minister for Housing, Melissa Popon-Skerrit, says a series of handing over ceremonies will take place throughout the week.
This afternoon at 3 p.m., the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development will proudly hand over 22 hurricane-resilient homes to beneficiaries of the Housing Recovery Project at a special national ceremony in Belleville-Chopin. Families from Bagatelle, Grand Bay, Belleville-Chopin, Soufrière, Point-Michel, Egliston, Girondelle, Roseau, Baff-Estate, Fonkole, Yampis, Mont Prosper, and Watton-Waven will officially receive the keys to their new homes. And we invite all residents from these communities to join us for this meaningful occasion. The Housing Recovery Project is the first of its kind in the Caribbean. It is a homeowner-driven model that empowered beneficiaries. They were able to select the contractors, they were able to manage the payments, and grant access for construction on their own property in which they had titles for. This innovative approach was supported by the government of Dominica in partnership with the World Bank. The ministry will host 4 national handover ceremonies, and as we speak, preparations are already underway for the next one, which is scheduled for Thursday this week, November 20th, at Sotuma Park in Gullet River, where an additional 31 recipients will officially be handed over keys to their new homes.
And that's Minister for Housing, Melissa Popon-Skerrit. Mrs. Skerrit says 3 local contractors will be awarded during the ceremony this afternoon. DBS Radio will bring live coverage of the ceremony from 3 p.m. later today. And the Ministry of Education has described the late Claudia Toussaint as a dedicated educator. Toussaint passed away on November 10th, 2025 at the Grand Bay Health Center. In a statement, the ministry expressed its deep sorrow and sense of loss, extending condolences to the family, friends, colleagues and students of Miss Claudia Toussaint, who served as the deputy principal at Pierre Charles Secondary School. The ministry noted that Miss Toussaint was a prominent figure at Pierre Charles Secondary, having joined the staff in 2002 and dedicating her entire career to the institution. The statement emphasized that Miss Toussaint's unwavering commitment and passion for education inspired all who knew her. The Ministry of Education further stated that she embodied the qualities of a selfless educator, consistently prioritizing the interests of and well-being of her students above all else. She was not only a teacher, but also an administrator and mentor, providing steadfast support, genuine encouragement, and invaluable life lessons that shaped character and inspired futures, and that her profound impact is evident in the love and respect she earned from the entire school community. The ministry acknowledged that the passing of Miss Toussaint leaves a void that will be deeply felt. However, her legacy is one that will endure. The ministry also emphasized its solidarity with the staff and students of the Pierre Charles Secondary School as they navigate this difficult time. The police have called on the public to cooperate with law enforcement officers as they investigate the shooting death of 32-year-old Eddie Anthony James of Silver Lake on Friday morning. Chaucer James is acting superintendent in charge of the Criminal Investigation Department.
Well, the Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force is investigating the shooting death of one Eddie Anthony James, a 32-year-old of Silver Lake. That incident occurred about 3 a.m. on Friday, November 14th, 2025, when Eddie was gunned down inside his dwelling house by unknown assailants. To date, one man who was in custody assisting with the investigation has been released pending further investigation. And the police is asking members of the public with any information to provide that to the Criminal Investigations Department or any police officer or at any police station at which they feel comfortable. Again, we want to say to the public that by settling arguments, disagreements, or conflicts in this way is not the best approach, and Dominica cannot afford this kind of behavior. Police is doing everything within its power to curtail this kind of behavior, and we look forward to the support from the members of the public.
Acting Superintendent in charge of the CID, Chaucer James. Finance Minister Dr. Irving McIntyre has called on the police to exercise their duties with integrity and respect for human rights. His call came as the police launched Police Week this morning. He said government will continue to work with the police.
We recognize the challenges you face. Despite these, you continue to show up, respond to calls, investigate incidents, protect our children, our women, our seniors, and our communities. For that, you have my personal respect and appreciation. The government trusts you with the responsibility of upholding law and order. We expect you to act with integrity, respect for human rights, fairness and professionalism, and in turn, we pledge to assist you to do that. We also urge you to continue enhancing community police partnerships to aid your efforts, recognizing that effective policing must be supported by community trust and cooperation.
Dr. McIntyre represented the Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt. Meantime, Minister for National Security Rayburn Blackmore has called for a national approach to address gun crimes in Dominica.
We, acknowledging the fact that gun crimes is the single most dangerous threat to our civility and our national security, your government has again ensured that we have provided the resources for the police. Much more had to be provided, but Rome was not built in a day. Again, a specialized unit was established for the purpose of investigating and apprehending suspects with a view of getting them where they belong as stock found. It's important that we confront this gun violence as a community and as a country. The government cannot do it alone. And therefore, it requires an all-encompassing effort from the various organs and agencies of socialization. The government by itself cannot do it. And we have to go back to the homes and to ensure that the homes provide us primary socialization to our children. We have to go back to the schools for the reinforcement of core values. The churches, the peer groups, and all those various agencies are critical in molding and building character and useful and wholesome individuals.
That's the Minister for National Security, Rayburn Blackmore. The police attended Mass at La Plaine on Sunday as part of Police Week, an exhibition at police headquarters today, and a gospel concert tomorrow evening are part of activities for Police Week. That's the national focus, regional and international developments. Up next.
Husband and wife in bed chatting quietly. Husband asking his wife, "Are you ready?" Wife with a smile on her face said, "Yes, I'm always ready and more than ready." The question is, are you ready? Husband replied, "Ready like Freddy. I'm always prepared." It was devant jour, so she asked him, "What time is it, hussy?" Husband replied, "Time to upgrade." She shouted, "What? On my birthday?" And her smile turned to a serious frown. "Don't touch me. Don't you ever touch me again." Husband says, "Well, I guess you wouldn't get that brand new vehicle from Carlton Phillip as I promised." When she heard those romantic words, her picker stand up, her eyes started to glow, her face light up like dumbling. But she thought she was being dumped on her birthday and being replaced. Then they embraced and hugged and kissed some more. Head straight to Carlton Phillip. She said, "Look it, honey, that's the ride. The new ride, the favorite color and style." They both hugged and embraced each other. Thanks to Carlton Phillip Motor Pool, Fogole, telephone, email.
For over 55 years, ICWI has stood strong, protecting homes and properties across the Caribbean. Through every storm, every challenge, we've been tried, tested, and trusted. With a robust reinsurance program, we're built to last and built to be there for you when you need us the most. Choose ICWI Property Insurance. Serving you is all we do. Visit ICWI.com. Call 767-440-4294. Visit us on 13 Castle Street in Roseau and on the corner of Harbor Lane and Holland Street in Portsmouth, or any of our agents.
DBS News.
Welcome back. In news from the region, Antigua and Barbuda, Prime Minister Gaston Brown has urged the United States to settle its differences with Venezuela through diplomacy and dialogue, reiterating that the Caribbean region should be a zone of peace. Last week, U.S. President Donald Trump said he had made up his mind on a course of action in Venezuela following multiple high-level briefings and a mounting U.S. show of force in the region that includes the presence of the U.S.'s largest carrier, that the USS Gerald Ford. Last month, CARICOM leaders issued a statement in which they said they met and discussed various issues on the regional agenda, including the increased security buildup in the Caribbean and the potential impacts on member states. Internationally, Bangladesh's former prime minister has been sentenced to death for crimes against humanity over her crackdown on student-led protest, which led to her ousting. Sheikh Hasina was found guilty of allowing lethal force to be used against protesters, 1,400 of whom died during the unrest last year. Hasina was tried in absentia by the International Crimes Tribunal ICT in Bangladesh, having been exiled in India since she was forced from power in July 2024. Prosecutors accused her of being behind hundreds of killings during the protest, and families of those killed or injured called for tough penalties. Hasina has denied all charges, calling the trial biased and politically motivated. That's the news. I've been your presenter, Alian Christopher. The Lunchtime Sports Report comes up with Gavin Richards.
Easy Max, get your money fast. Join the family. Call and find out now. You want that quick money to meet all of your needs. High speeds and top service. Easy Max Family. Qualify for 7.5 or maybe 10,000. 2.0 is 15 grand. Easy Max, yours and mine.
West Coast Cooperative Credit Union presents the Easy Max Family Loans. Easy Max Plus of $7,500. Easy Max Pro of $10,000 and Easy Max 2.0 of $15,000. Yes, contact us today at 449-6556 or 449-9343 or 295-2682. Terms and conditions apply. West Coast Credit Union, your only credible choice for success.
Well, good afternoon. I'm Gavin Richards with your lunchtime sports update. Let's begin with cricket news as a half century for Dione Roll as the Kalinago Blasters registered their 4th win in the Central Cooperative Credit Union Dominica Cricket Association's Intermediate League on the weekend. The Blasters took down the Police at the Geneva playing field. Blasters won that game by 55 runs. In other action from the weekend, an all-round effort from Clemson Leblanc guided the Gladiators to a 23-run win over the Casuals Cricket Club, where we'll give you some more details on both games at 6:20. In some more sports this lunchtime, the Dominica Grammar School will be looking to move into first place in the Sports Division Secondary Schools under 17 football program. As that tournament continues this afternoon, the DGS will be gunning for their 3rd win of the tournament when they take on the Northeast Comprehensive at the Newtown playing field. Of course, that game gets underway from 2:30. Meantime, the other match between the defending champions in the under 15 division, the Castlebrook Secondary School and the Northeast Comprehensive, which was scheduled for the Castlebrook Secondary School grounds, has been postponed. And there are 3 matches on today in the Sports Division Secondary Schools netball competition. In the Under 16 Division, Convent High School, the defending champions, will come up against the Pierre Charles Secondary School at the Windsor Park from 2:30. And at Marigot, we'll see the Northeast Comprehensive A team playing the Northeast Comprehensive B team. That game gets underway at 3 o'clock. And in the Under 20 Division, the defending champions, Convent High School, will again be in action when they take on the Pierre Charles Secondary School. That game gets underway from 3:30. Let's bring you some volleyball news as Dominica captured gold at the ECVA Under 23 Men's Volleyball Championships in Antigua last night. Dominica capped off an amazing run in the tournament, going undefeated, and they beat Antigua in the finals. Well, Dominica, of course, they're also the first ever champions in the Division 3 of the Special Olympics 3-on-3 basketball tournament, which was held in Guadeloupe last weekend. Of course, Dominica won gold, beating Antigua and Barbuda, who won silver, and Guadeloupe got the bronze medal. We can also tell you that the West Indies batsman Sherfrin Rutherford feels that the team didn't manage its runs chase properly as they went down to New Zealand in the first ODI on the weekend. While the West Indies chasing 270 to win, they were restricted to 262 for 6 in their 50 overs. Rutherford, who broke his poor run of form with a half century, says too much was left for the back end in the run chase. So we'll hear from Sherfrin Rutherford at 6:20 this evening. We'll have a lot more sporting highlights for you as well at possibly 4 o'clock in the DBS Afternoons Update. But we'll go to the Lotto draw very shortly on DBS Radio.
When I'm in the United States, I listen to the Caribbean's #1 radio station on dbcradio.net. When I'm in the United States, I listen to the Caribbean's #1 radio station on dbcradio.net.
Introducing Instacash. Instacash tickets now available at the terminal from all lottery agents. It's fast, it's easy to play, and you win instantly. For only $2, you can win up to $3,000 on Money Tree Instacash game. Here's how to play and win. Find at least 4 cash symbols in the money tree and win the corresponding prize shown in the prize legend below. You win. It's fast, it's easy, and you win instantly.
Turn $2 into $2,000.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. It's now time for the midday draw here at Dominica National Lottery for November 17, 2025. I'm your host, Michelle Lewis. Now it's time for some grand winnings with Play 4. Good luck. The first lucky number is 17. Your second lucky number is 1. The third winning number is number 3. And your fourth lucky number is 10. To recap, the winning numbers this afternoon for Play 4 are 17, 1, 3, and 10. And that's Play 4 with grand winners every day. Up next, it's Big 4 with an easy score.
Only 5 numbers stand between you and a jackpot starting at $10,000. Are your numbers ready? Match 5.
From 5 numbers to financial freedom. Who will be the first Match 5 winner? Match 5, Dominica wins.
And we're back. Now it's time for another big win and easy score with more Big 4. Good luck. This afternoon's big winning numbers for Big 4 are 9, 3, 5, and 8. Now we're moving on to multiply those winnings with that multi-X ball. The multi-X ball selected is a 2X, and that's double the winnings. To recap, the big winning numbers are 9, 3, 5, and 8. And your multi-X ball, it's 2X, doubling those winnings. With Big 4, it's always an easy score. Up next, it's Pick 2 with multi-X.
Double the draws, double the chances, double the excitement. Match 5, your local jackpot game.
And we're back. Now it's time to play to win with some Pick 2. Let's watch those winnings multiply. The winning numbers this afternoon for Pick 2 are 7 and 3. The multi-X ball chosen is 5X, big winnings. To repeat, the winning numbers this afternoon for Pick 2 are 7 and 3. And the multi-X ball selected, it's 5X, quintuple the winnings. Pick 2 and simply play to win. Up next, it's One Off.
Everybody rock your body.
Now you can win even if you one off. One Off. It's the all-new and exciting game from the Dominica National Lottery. Simply select your 3-digit numbers from 0 to 9. Place your wager for only $2 per wager, with each additional wager costing $2. And just imagine, if any or all of the lucky numbers are off by one number, higher or lower of the winning numbers, you win.
You really do.
Play One Off from the Dominica National Lottery.
We're back. Now it's time for some One Off. That's win anyway. Good luck.